Today is Sunday, June 23rd, 2013. This is just going to be kind of an update. Not doing anything to the bike today. It is really hot outside. And I'm kind of waiting to see what I'm going to do with this hoop. I'm definitely going to probably put a hoop on it. But the one thing that kind of worries me is, will the tire hit? I actually had a user ask me, he said, oh, that's going to hit. Well, this actually doesn't hit. The center of the tire is all the way over here, and there's not enough. Now, if this were out further, yeah, it would hit. It doesn't even come close to hitting where it's at. But with that being said, I'm actually going to take this off and move it a little further up here, and I'll show you why. This seat pan, I don't know if you remember, it's always had these notches in it, but I had another little notch that came over here to over here. So it didn't allow me to push it up that far. So what I did was cut that little tiny notch off right there, which allows me to put the seat up further. Show you what I'm looking at here. Move the camera a bit. So see, it allows that to butt up all the way against there, whereas before it was all the way like that. I think it's just a little bit cleaner look. But also what that does is back here, that brace that I've got in there is all the way over here. Well, that brace really wasn't to keep anything that was together. That was just kind of to sit the seat on. Back here does me no good. Now, for a battery, what have you, it will probably do some good. But the way it sits right now, it's not going to do me any good. So what I'm going to do probably going to cut that off. Cut this off and move it up here or somewhere like that. And I did take the old one and cut it significantly smaller, and I'll probably put that back there just to have a brace back there, just so I don't get any wobble or flex, which is not going to be a big deal because I'm not going to be sitting back there. But if I get a hoop, I don't have to do that anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But then again, with a hoop, as far back as this comes, because my hoop is going to be pretty darn small. Now the hoop may have the possibility, no, I still don't think it's going to hit. It would have to be a lot of, I'd have to jump the thing for it to hit, even with the hoop. So we probably will do a hoop, probably take this out altogether, do a hoop, but I'm not going to do that right now because I'll take this out once we put the hoop in. Other updates, I really haven't done anything to it off camera. Only thing I did do was I cleaned off, got these all nice and clean, the cups for the bearings, and there's no scarring or anything, so I don't need to get new cups. I'm going to use the same bearings. There's no flat spots in those or anything like that. And then the other thing I wanted to show you was just some things I've got in the mail so far. There's little bumpers that this seat, or the seat tank, sits in to prevent it from moving. I only had one that was dry rotted, so got a pair of those, genuine Honda, off of eBay for $7 ship, so that was cheap. Other things I've purchased that just came in this week, got some exhaust gaskets here, 4 of them. Really don't even need these now because I did buy a complete gasket kit, and of course it's not here yet, but it did include these. Didn't realize that until later on. And got some points. May not need them, but in case I want to have them. Now the bike did run. It ran crappy when I got it, but it did run. And then the last thing I got were 4 of these carb rebuild kits, which I know I'm going to need. So, just stocking up on some motor goodies right now. It still sits back there. Now I have taken off the valve cover for now, and I probably will put that back on and show you a video of that, taking that off. But I took it off just to see what I was looking at in there. It's kind of difficult to make videos all the time. It might be 8 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning when I decide, I get home, I gotta go look at this, right before work, and I'm not gonna grab the camera just to do something before work. Just makes it almost impossible. It's really difficult. Those of you that make videos, you know how hard it is to actually get something done and make a video at the same time. You gotta stop, you gotta move the camera. So anyway. So right now, that's where we stand. No real progress. Hopefully we'll figure out what I'm doing back here this week. And I can get that done. We can get this frame painted. then work on the motor. Actually, before I do the motor work, probably get this frame completely painted, get it all put back together maybe, put the new wheels on if I don't decide to do something with those. Got to work on the forks right there, and we got to order more parts. So far with what I've got coming and what I've ordered, I think ordered about $220 worth of parts, if I remember right. And a couple of them are things that I just, one was that oil cover that I destroyed on my own. So, you know, I wouldn't have had to purchase that if I hadn't messed that up. And a couple of the other ones were just things I really don't need, but just in case. So far it's, you know, pretty good price. Now it's going to be getting expensive when I get into maybe the exhaust and some things like that. But maybe some other little upgrades here and there. But 220 in parts so far. That's including what's here, but that's a lot of things I have not received yet. And you'll see those hopefully this week. I'm not really in a rush for them, so I need to get this frame done. So anyway, that's just a little bit of an update on the Cafe. We still have a DT80. Need to probably do another GoPro video with that, and maybe need to make some videos on the M3. Need to do some GoPro, have it taken out this year, because it's got a bad fuel injector that I discovered a couple weeks ago. So I need to maybe make a video of that. But that's going to do it for now. If you have any questions or comments, post those below, subscribe, and thanks for watching.